Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Masters of the Universe Origins Castle Grayskull. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or to just help the channel out, or both. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first of all, as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging, or at least try to, because this is really big packaging and it takes up a lot of retail space on my review area. I said retail space. I don't know why I said that. But anyway. Here we go. The front of the box. Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull. Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man and his foes. Includes Special Edition Temple of Darkness Sorceress. And then new for 21. So don't get it confused with classic stuff. And then down in the bottom, right there, is Mattel. Unassembled. And then we have this lovely, great, super duper artwork. This is, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is, you could frame that and hang it up on the wall. Artwork. That's what kind of artwork it is. Hang it on the wall artwork. And let's take a look at the top if we can. If I can get it up there. And there we have Masters of the Universe, Castle Grayskull. Discover the secrets of this mighty stronghold. The drawbridge opens and closes. Warriors practice for combat. The flag shows who controls the castle. A trapdoor surprise! Surprise, He-Man! Ha 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 ha, you boob! A laser for would-be invaders. Weapons and racks. I'm going to knock all my lights over trying to show all this. An elevator carries warriors upstairs. The castle folds in half for easy carrying. So let's see if we can take a look at the bottom real quick. Castle Grayskull, Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man and his foes. Small print, fine print, legalese print, a barcode, recycled stuff, and that question mark. What does it mean? And then there's a nice product shot of Grayskull and its contents. And let's see if we can move it where we can see the sides, and probably not. But it's the artwork wraps around to this side. Masters of the Universe, Castle Grayskull, Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man's foes. And Masters of the Universe, Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man and his foes. And there's Panther and Battlecat fighting it out. Which cat is cattier? And like I said, it just wraps around from the front. So that's pretty darn cool. And let's see if we can get most of the back in here and take a look at it and straighten the camera up a little bit. And there is a nice product shot along with cross sales. We have Masters of the Universe, Castle Grayskull, Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man and his foes. There's a picture of what it looks like on the inside. Zodak, Teela, He-Man, Battlecat, Special Edition Sorceress included. Skeletor, Panther, Evelyn, Beastman, Scareglow, Merman, Trapjaw the Land Shark, Man-at-Arms, Orko, and Many-Faces. Why doesn't it have the Wind Raider? The Wind Raider attaches to the top. But anyway, that's beside the point. I don't have it either, so maybe they didn't have it when they did this product shoot. But that, my friends, does it for this beautiful packaging. And now, my friends, let's take a look at the exterior of Castle Grayskull. And I do apologize that you have to see all my lights and stuff just hanging around there. But couldn't be helped. This thing does take up a lot of real estate on my review area. But let's start again, like I said, with the outside look at Castle Grayskull. And I'll raise the camera up a little bit. You can see there's the flag and the laser gun. And as we go down, you can see it has some hints of color here. Black for the eyes and the nose. And gray for the rocks. Except where they're mildewed or whatnot. And then the jaw bridge itself with the silver paint on the wood panels and, you know, and then this is painted. And then even the hinges have some silver paint. So that's nice. And then we have a window here. And like I said, the laser gun and the flag. And then we'll turn it to the side. And these are the clasps. They beat the hell out of the original one that just kind of popped in there, and sometimes, you know, it might break because of stress. And let's see if I can get it turned up all the way around. And we have several windows there. And again, those hints of colors where the rocks are weathered. The thatch roof there, the wooden roof here, the secret doorway that doesn't open in this version, and then steps for it, and again, like gray for the bricks, and then, you know, brown for the wooden pieces. I say this is thatched. It may just be wooden, but I think it was supposed to be thatched, but I don't remember. And then here we have on this side the hinge. And that, my friends, covers the outer portion of Castle Grayskull. And now let's take a look at the interiors of Castle Grayskull. And to get in to the Fortress of Power and Mystery, you just undo this hook off of that peg. And you undo this hook off of this peg. And then it will open up. And it also has a peg here that goes into a hole on the side and the same at the bottom. And then, of course, I did forget to mention that it does have the carrying handle right here when we were looking at the outside of it. But there it is. And now let's take a look at the inside, and we'll start with this side. And we have the computer screen, which in the original Castle Grayskull was all cardboard. And this is a new feature. There's a flag hanging down with a dragon on it. And I suppose this is supposed to be the evil one because it's dark colors. But the computer, it does have some paint apps on it. This part is a sticker. So that's a decal, sticker, whatever you want to call it. The ladder, which I probably should have started by going over the accessories first, huh? Oh well. The ladder will sit like this, and then the way it sits on the, when we get to the other side, we'll show the way it sits on the other side. But it does actually have holes right here in the floor where it goes down into, and then it has, you know, ridges right here where the ladder lays into the platform. And then The only other major thing, I mean, you got the floor here is brown. You put it in, make sure you got it straight when you put it in, and it clasps into place. And then here we have the little dragon bird, whatever. You pull it, the elevator go up, and you put it in, the elevator go down. And I guess you could hook that if you wanted to, but it really doesn't do anything. But the elevator, it kind of, if you pull it all the way up, it kind of just, it sits there with a figure on it. Probably it will not. So there we have that side. And here we have one of the weapons racks with no weapons on it. Here we have the sorceress that was included, the something of darkness. Pyramid of Darkness. No, that was G.I. Joe. Temple of Darkness. Sorceress, and we'll take a look at her in a minute. And then here is the weapons rack that's like the classic weapons rack, only I remember it being like orange instead of brown. And so there we have it. Here's the mace. A sword. And if it'll come out of here. Here's the pole axe. And the laser rifle. And you can see it's got a little hole right in it. Right there for it to peg onto the rack. And there is some space on the ends. Something hangs here that didn't come with Grayskull. And then this here looks like a place for a shield to go. I would have thought that would hang there, but it don't quite fit. So there's that. And the way this other weapons rack works is you pretty much just lay the weapons across it. And so there's that. We'll put that out of the way. We'll put this out of the way, and then we have the, I guess it's a practice dummy, I call it. And it spins around just like the classic one. Only, unlike the classic one, it stays put together. So, but as you can see, it's still not very well balanced. And the flag has a hole in it here, and there's a peg where it goes. And then when the bad guys control it, it's this flag, and when the good guys control it, it's this flag. And let's see here. Here's the laser cannon. It'll lift up. It'll tilt down. It also has a hole in it where it pegs on the platform, the upper platform where it goes. And then we'll take a look at the sorceress real quick before we move on to the other half of Grayskull. And she seems like her leg is, I don't know, there's a problem with it. It doesn't want to go all the way in. I don't really collect Origins figures, so I don't know if that's commonplace for them or not. This is actually, my son's a digital K-boy. He loaned this to me to do a review on. But there is the sorceress's staff. And taking a look at her, you know, decent skull. It really takes you back to that original Masters of the Universe aesthetic, which is what it's supposed to do. So, but there we have nice sculpt on the face, very nice eyes, color on the lips. And we have some paint right there for the bird eye of Zoa. Her costume is all white. I'll say costume. Her clothes are all white, including the totality of her boots. So no blue or orange or whatever. Her wings are made of transparent plastic, and they will go up. So her wings go up there. I guess they're not supposed to go up quite that far because it was gapped. Her wings will go like that, and then they fold back down. Her head, you can get the full exorcist out of it, although you have to work at it a little bit. Her arms, even though the wings do get in the way, well, I said they would. Doesn't want to move at all. They will do a full 360. You have to work at it. Ball at the shoulder comes out better than 90 degrees. A single hinged elbow that gives you about 90 degrees, and it also has swivel. 360 degrees rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and same on the other hand, in and out hinge. She does have a full 360 degrees rotation at the waist. That leg does not want to work. Okay, she give you the full splits. Kick forward that far. Kick back that far, although the leg does come out a little bit for both of those. And then a single jointed knee gives you about 90 degrees. And it is also like the elbow on a swivel. I'm not a big fan of these knees, by the way. That's just me. There is at the upper shin rotation, boot cut, so to speak. Ankles go down that far, go up that far, and it does have a forward-facing pin for all kinds of rock around the clock. And that covers the sorceress and her accessory. Now let's take a look at the other side of Castle Grayskull. And of course, we have this computer panel thingy over here, which again in the original was cardboard, but it's plastic now with some paint apps on it and one decal across the top here. Nice eyeball carpet chair, and you can see I got the decal a little crooked there. On the bottom level, decal right here for the dungeon. And then of course we have the drawbridge, which does have the sword opens it gimmick. But unlike the original, let's see if I can get the damn thing. Yeah. Well, can't get it from there. Unlike the original, which had a little handle for the latch, this one doesn't. It's a spring-loaded piece right here that works, so you don't have to physically close the lock once you put the drawbridge into place. And on the second story, of course, again, we have the console, the eyeball rug, and the throne with the piss poor application of decals there that I did. It has the flag for, I guess this is the good guy flag. And then, of course, what would Castle Grayskull be? Of course, without the drawbridge and without the elevator, nothing. But the most important feature we all know is the trap door. And of course, just like the classic one, you turn the throne. Maybe you turn the throne. Throne is not wanting to turn. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Turn the throne and woo! And then put it up and put the chair back into place. And then the ladder, of course, it's got two grooves right there for the ladder to go, so you can do the ladder right there also. And then we have 3 upper platforms, and you can see here's a peg here, right here for the laser gun, and for the flag, and for a figure. And there's a figure peg there, and a figure peg there. Well, I think I covered everything on the inside and the accessories. And now, normally it would be time for comparisons, but I could not find my 2000X Castle Grayskull to compare this one to. So, what I will do in its stead is let the folks out there know, if you're wondering how this scales up with your Revelation figures, outside, probably okay. But there's a big difference in 5.5-inch figures and 7-inch figures, which would be a couple of inches. But anyway, those inches do actually quite make a difference. As you can see here, if He-Man were to stand, this He-Man were to stand on the platform there for the drawbridge, he would actually be taller than the door. Standing in front of it, not too much. If he were standing on the actual jawbridge, then, you know, yeah, they're really too big. Sorry. I guess in a display, if you don't really care about the size, this would work in a pinch. Because the chances of getting a 7-inch scale Grayskull, well, we did get a 6-inch scale one, didn't we? But it was super expensive. And I don't know why I made that voice. It just sounds stupid. But anyway, that's the comparison. And, you know, here's Stan the Man, who don't want to stand. So, Marvel Legends might actually work with this okay. G.I. Joe, Star Wars. Of course, Masters of the Universe Origins. Just not Revelations, DC Multiverse, any of the 7-inch, like NECA stuff. So, there are the comparisons. For final thoughts on Masters of the Universe Origins Castle Grayskull, this is a great follow-up to the original Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull. My only issues with it would be that maybe the elevator could have been a little more sturdier along with the floors. The floors are a little bit flexible. And for those of you who remember the original Castle Grayskull, the floors were not flexible at all. They were quite sturdy plastic. And the elevator on the original, maybe not so much sturdy. It felt a little sturdier than this one, but it was hard plastic. But yes, there have been changes in the way that you know, manufacturing has to happen now. So I understand that. But that would be my only complaints about this one. Other than that, it's, like I said, it's a fantastic follow-up to the original Castle Grayskull. You know, it throws it back there. It improves stuff like a new version should improve on the old. But it still feels like Castle Grayskull. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Well, that does it for the review, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews. Or help support the channel further, or both. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, I was going to say the wrong thing. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.